They're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling aha. Now I never been down with no OPP. Our people's property. Don't know who doing it, so don't round me out. Don't send no police round me and tell me shush my mouth. Where's our conviction? But where's our pride? We selling everything, selling our backside. Just go online, it'll make you sick. You can buy any island, just point and click. See, they're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling aha. Hey, hey. Ride him. My mother always say, when you find a donkey, ride it. Who's donkey? What? Come on. We got a whole nation in 73. Now we getting back the whole country. What kind of fools we must be, selling out for a bag of rice and a cup of tea. You know what does bug me? Help me understand. I can't find piece of property for under 80 grand, but I can fix this. I know what to do. I can squat just like them other people try make me do. See, they're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling aha. They're selling our country. They're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling aha. I get everybody sells some every time. They're selling one island, give away one key. What can be left for you and me? It's just an example, what's our kids to do? You want them have a sense of pride, or go selling too. Cause they're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling aha. They're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling aha. They're selling our country, yes man. They're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling aha. They're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling aha.
Let me just say that I have always been a part of this community. And there's no accident I know how to do all the dancing. Because I always be and share with you. Because you are me and I am you. And I'll be here with you always. And those who knew me from the past and know me now, they always knew that I was there and always been there for you. I don't call you all, you all are not Haitians, Bahamians. You are Bahamian, and your origin is Haitian. Mine too, and many of us. We have to stay apart for now so we can be together later. Hey, long now.
Are you all ready and willing to go?
It is impossible, Madam Speaker, for us, the Royal Bahamas Defence Force and our law enforcement agencies, to police our waters. 100,000 square miles of water.
There we go. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all of my online producers from all around the world. Welcome. It's always good to have you here. And it is April 4th, 2023. April 4th, 2023. This year is flying. It is already April. A quarter of the year is gone. You're going to blink, it's going to be summer. You're going to blink, it's going to be Christmas again. Time is flying. Time waits for no man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time. Life is short, and so we have to do what we have to do. I want to thank you from all of you who are watching from wherever you're watching. I see someone said they're watching from Carmichael Road. Where are you watching from tonight? Let me know where you're watching from before we get down to business. Let me know where you're watching from. Wherever you are, let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching from any part of New Providence or Family Islands, if you're watching from America, let me know. Make sure you take the time to tag someone. I didn't see you tag anybody in here. Make sure you tag. Okay, Inge is watching from Nassau East. Tag someone and share. Go in your groups and make sure share because they don't get the notifications anymore. Oh, Orlando is in the house. That's Manny Brown. Marco City's in the house. Bryant, Diane Smith, Freeport, Ethereum, Bullard is from Abaco. Marsha Demerit is in Freeport. What is this? Jessica is watching from Freeport. Nikki is in Miami. Welcome, Nikki. Oh Lord, they started going so fast just now. It went crazy. All right, let me see if I can catch up with y'all. Willard is watching from Canada, all the way from Canada. Shy Love is watching from Freeport, Grand Bahama. Donna Major is from Bain and Grandstown. Welcome, Donna Major. Hepburn is watching from Freeport. LaRon is watching from Freeport. Welcome. Marvel McKinney is in Eleuthera. Eddie Smith is in Abaco. Brooke says Leroy Bro. Cassia is in Carmichael Road. Welcome, Carmichael. Freetown is in the house. That's Shira Pratt. Betty Ann is watching from Sea Breeze. Melinda Major is watching from South Breeze. Welcome. Ruth Williams is watching from Fox Hill. Golden Goddess is saying that they are Nasubian. Marianne Hill is watching from Abaco. Rose Bevans is watching from Grand Bahama. Sandra Carey all the way in Fox Hill. We have Darlene in the Cayman Islands. Welcome to the Bahamas. Beverly is in Big Pond. Watching from Freeport is Tonell Mitchell. We also have Mildred watching from North Andros. Welcome. Michelle Stanford is watching from Canada. Wow. Harbor Island is in the house. Coral Harbor is in the house. Fiola. What else we got here? Okay, let me go down. We have Craig Pinton is watching from Freeport. Don Gibson is watching from Crooked Island. All the way from Crooked Island. That's my family hometown, Crooked Island, Auckland. Freeport is in the house. That's Sean Mitchell. Rod Turnquest is in Long Island. David Brown. They have a whole statement here. 30 Haitians were okay, I can't read it now. You got to send it back later. Museum Bain is watching from Kalani. Kalani is in the house. Linda Claire is in Garden Hills. Brenda Ferguson. Let's go, my brother. All right, my sis. That's Brunel Ferguson. Who was I seeing? Abdul Wahid. I am watching from Eleuthera. Awesome. Orlando's in the house. That's Denise McLean. Thank you. Watching from Golden Gates. That's Kelda Gibson. Elaine Johnson is in Exuma. Marshall Road is in the house. That's Marlene Evans. Dorian Evans is in Abaco. Roma Bartlett is in Hello. Lavar Young is in Nassau. Kevin Brown is in East Street South. Veronique Lightburn, of course. Veronique Lightburn, thank you so much. I see you tagging people. Yes, good. Tag your friends and family. Get them on here. What's this? Lachelle Farrington is watching from Fort Lauderdale. Thank you, Lachelle. Marie. Okay, we see David Brown, Coral Harbor. Who else we got here? Manette Jean Charles is watching all the way from Haiti. Welcome, Manette Jean Charles, all the way from Haiti. Deborah Raming is watching from Nassau. Nicole Pratt, Market Street. Canada, that's Michelle Stafford in Canada. Patrice Knowles in South Beach. Okay, can't read all of them because they're still going and going. I see Village Road. I see all over the place. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for being here. It's a pleasure to have you here. God bless all of you. We got a nation to save. We are at the crossroads of the country. We have a government that is selling our country out and an opposition that is selling our country out. They are both refusing to stand up for Bahamians because they are both benefiting from the corruption that is in place. Whenever either of them is in power, they're able to sell documents, etc., to illegal immigrants and make lots and lots of money. They're able to facilitate illegal activity and make lots and lots of money. And that is the criminal as the PLP and the FNM. This illegal takeover started many years ago when Lyndon Pinland made a deal with Mr. Key and others in Abaco. And it started a spiraling. It started the deterioration of our nation. It was both the PLP and the FNM that did this to us. They have destroyed the country and left it the way it is. That's why none of them wanted to do anything about it. The Free National Movement will tell you that, oh, Minister was starting to do something, he wanted to do something, and then there was an injunction. It is a lie. It is a sham that they're standing behind. No injunction stopped them from doing demolitions in Eleuthera, Exuma, and other places around the Bahamas. The injunction only covered New Providence and Abaco. The injunction only covered New Providence and Abaco. That is it. It originally covered New Providence. It covered New Providence, and the Fred Smith and others wanted to add Abaco to that because Minister was going down there to start doing the demolitions. But it was a flop. He was working with them, Fred Smith, etc., in order to get this done, to make it seem like the government was fighting it. But of course, they were going to stand behind Fred Smith and whatever he was doing. And that's why they didn't appeal it. That's why they didn't go in other places. It's a sham. Stop letting them trick you with their words. And so Fred Smith and those wanted to add Abaco and the rest of the country, and the courts only allowed them to add Abaco, but not the rest of the country. And so they are flamming you. They're flim-flamming. To this date, the present government is stalling. They don't want to do anything about the shanty dams. They don't want to do anything about the illegal immigrants. Brave Davis himself, and you heard the video, that's not my words, that's not my interpretation, that is Philip Brave Davis, in his own words, said that he is one of them. And he has always been with them, and he always will be with them. He said that he is looking out for them, and he always has, and he always will. And so it's up to the rest of us Bahamians to stand up. We must stand up and unite and stand together. They are going to try to get, their sellouts to try to sell us out as a country, and to try to make it seem like they are here to help, but they are absolutely not. This government has sold us to the highest bidder. Your children are now suffering because of this. Your children and grandchildren will not be able to survive this onslaught that is to come. You're now seeing kidnappings happening. You're now seeing people getting chopped up. You're now seeing bullets in the schools by children. You're seeing all kinds of things that were not here before, and I warned you. Before election, I warned you of what was to come. And now it's happening before your very eyes. I'm warning you again, Bahamas. In short order, there will be no Bahamas for Bahamians. I am warning you. Please listen to me. Put all your differences aside as Bahamians. Put your political colors down and stand together as Bahamian, and stand against anyone who is allowing, facilitating, encouraging this invasion of our one Bahamas. We must stand together. This is urgent. We are in an urgent crisis. This is urgent and devastating beyond belief. There's a lot of things I want to say, but I can't get into everything right now. Someone says the video is blurry. Yes, I see that the video is blurry. You know what? Let me just take a second. I'm going to show you a nice little video that may annoy you. It may annoy you. I'm going to show you a nice little video. And while we're showing that video, we're going to try to see if we could clear this up. It may not be anything I can do at this time other than switch on to a closer camera. But let's see what can be done. All right, give me a sec. Watch this video. There's two parts to this. The first part of it talks about what's really happening in the courts with Fred Smith and them. And then I can show you the investigation we've been doing. If your friends and family aren't on here yet, get your friends and family on here because I can show you what's been happening. We've been investigating while you were sleeping. We've been investigating you, Keith Bell. Keith Bell, who is Charlene Abel? Keith Bell, someone type Keith Bell, please. While it's still blurry, y'all type Keith Bell. Keith Bell, who is Charlene Abel? That's spelled A-B-E-L. Who is Charlene Abel? And so that's not Charlene Bell, Charlene Abel. Keith Bell. Somebody type Keith Bell and ask him, who is Charlene Abel? Show you one video.
Yesterday, government made it one step closer to addressing the shantytown shutdown in country. A hearing held in the Supreme Court before Chief Justice Sir Ian Winder saw attorney Kayla Green Smith, who represented the Crown. She appeared on behalf of respondents, while Fred K. Smith appeared on behalf of the applicants. Now, during the hearing, the Crown showed a number of affidavits which sought to reveal which shantytown residents were in breach, of the injunction which prevented them from building new structures within those unregulated communities. Now, this is critical because the Crown asserts that this is a situation where there is a clear and blatant disregard for the law. The Crown also used yesterday's hearing to serve residents and occupiers who were in breach of the notices of appearances. Now, government served some 260 residents in shantytowns in New Providence and Abaco with those notices. Of that number, less than 12 appeared in court yesterday. Of the residents that did show up, Chief Justice Sir Ian Winder asked them to meet with building control officers in regards to their claims and queries. The matter is adjourned and will recommence in court on April 13th, and at that time, it has not yet been determined if the Chief Justice will give his ruling or what will happen with the report that will now emerge from the discussions that are to be held between those shantytown residents and building control officers. Well, in other news tonight, a prominent businessman taking a
So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why that is still going. Let me see if this is a little clearer for you. I don't know. Hopefully it is. It's a little bit clearer. If not, we'll just fix that and go to another camera. Ladies and gentlemen, 160 served on 160 they saved. But of course, we know that there was reports that was actually not an eviction notice. I don't know why they keep calling it that. It's like they keep playing tricks, man. It was not an eviction notice. It was a letter to ask people to come to court. So only less than a dozen of them showed up to court. And to be honest with you, I don't blame them. Because the government has showed that they're joking and they ain't serious. The government just wants to do this to make it seem like they're doing something. So the whole government of the Bahamas, the whole government told the illegal immigrants, y'all come to court, y'all call. Instead of them going there and demolishing these places, they call the people who built these illegal houses to court. who were breaking the law by building these illegal houses, they called them to court. Now, there's a part of this video that I wanted you to see. I want you to see what the justice decided. So I see what the government is doing, right? I see what the government is doing. They just started inflaming. And so then I heard the Chief Justice and what he decided to do with this less than a dozen of them that actually showed up of the 260. What he decided to do is what blew my mind. Listen, we are in the Commonwealth of Narnia. What he decided to do, I don't know if that went over your head, but I could play it again just in case that went over your head. I ain't gonna play it from the full beginning, but listen to this.
Now, during the hearing, the Crown showed a number of affidavits which sought to reveal which Shantytown residents were in breach, of the injunction which prevented them from building new structures within those unregulated communities. Now, this is critical because the Crown asserts that this is a situation where there is a clear and blatant disregard for the law. The Crown also used yesterday's hearing to serve residents and occupiers who were in breach of the notices of appearances. Now, government served some 260 residents in shantytowns in New Providence and Abaco with those notices. Of that number, less than 1 dozen appeared in court yesterday. Of the residents that did show up, Chief Justice Sir Ian Winder asked them to meet with building control officers in regards to their claims and queries. The matter is adjourned and will recommence in court on April 13th, and at that time, it has not yet been determined if the Chief Justice will give his ruling or what will happen with the report that will now emerge from the discussions that are to be held between those shantytown residents and building control officers.
Please tell me that someone else heard him say just now that the judge's decision was, I need y'all to go talk to the building control officers. Go talk to the building. Talk about what? There are Bahamians whose houses were just broken down because they were in breach. They had walls they built and they had to break down their walls. They had little garbage containers, holders that they built and they had to just break it down. The judge said, go talk to building control about what? And then they adjourn it to a later date. One, the government summons them and they say, listen, you all go to hell. We ain't coming to no court. And the ones who come to court, I can see why they ain't come. Because the Chief Justice of the Bahamas said, okay, I'm not going to deal with y'all like I can. What I'm going to do is, y'all go and have a sit-down meeting with building control. Now, if they were Bahamian, the government would bring out the military with armored vehicles and hundreds of defense force officers and police officers with guns. They would have press conferences calling them criminals and trespassers. Do you remember? They have given your country away. It's like they are under some kind of spell. These politicians have gone to the witch doctor in order to win elections, and now they are stuck. They are under some kind of influence. I'm sorry I had to be so blunt and say that, but there's nothing else that can explain the absolute idiocy that is going on in this country right now. There's nothing that can explain it. The Chief Justice. Now, all of them could have been charged with contempt of court, mind you, but the Chief Justice's decision was, and then he has a right to his decision, and I have a right to state my opinion. I'm not questioning him or his decision or what he can do. He has a right to do that. My concern is that and only that, they get to continue to break the law for a longer period of time. So this isn't a criticism of the Chief Justice, but I want you to see what happened. I want you to say how you feel about it. That the decision is, you all go and talk to the building control officials. For what? The building control officials don't have no authority other than they can't send them to court. What you talking to them about? The affidavit say they built illegally. What do you mean talk to building control? Talk, what is this conversation is going to be about? Anyone tie Keith Bell yet? Because I want to ask him who is Charlene Bell. I want to ask him who is Charlene Bell. All right, so someone please tag him. Make sure he is here. So I'm going to get to him in a minute. Charlene Bell. Everyone remember that name. Charlene Bell. In fact, you all tag Charlene Bell. A-B-E-L. You all tag her. Get her on here. I want to... What's happening in this country, if this doesn't disturb you yet, something is seriously wrong with you. If you don't see a reason to vote out the PLP and FNM yet, I don't know what to say. But I know one thing. The government has now said that they've stopped issuing work permits. I believe that they may have stopped issuing work permits to the Haitian nationals. But while they were issuing work permits, there were people who were getting work permits all over the place, allegedly. And I want to ask anyone if they recognize something. Let me see. I want to ask you if you recognize it. I want to show you something, and I can ask you if you recognize it. Let me see if I could find that. Where we at? Did we get everything in there? Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to show you something. And got a $50 prize for anyone who identifies where this is. Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? Anyone? Anyone know what that is? Anyone know what that is? Y'all look good. Look good. Someone say out west. No, that ain't out west. That ain't out west. Look at Henry Miller. Henry Miller, you beat Keno Johnson. Henry Miller, you're right. That's in Beantown. That's Beantown. All right? That's Beantown. In fact, that is very Beantown. Something going on to this corner. Something going on to this corner. Something been going on to this corner. All right? Something been going on to this corner. That's actually right there. Finlayson Street and Bow Street. Anyone tag Keith Bell yet? Because I want him to tell me what's going on. Finlayson Street and Bow Street. All right? Remember, that's where the corner. No, not there. Oh, can't let y'all see that yet. That's something else. That's deeper. That's that corner. Finlayson Street and Bow Street. That's that. Y'all with me? All right, now I need y'all to focus now. Finlayson Street and Bow Street. Now, Keith Bell, I need to try to get him on the phone because I can need him to explain what I'm about to show you all. Because I don't know how he can explain this, but we can let him try. All right? Anyone willing to let him try? I'm willing to let him try. I don't know about you, but I'm willing to let him try to explain what's going on to that street. I'm taking my time with this because I want Keith Bell to explain this. Now, I'm going to show you something else. See if I can pull this up for you. Hold on. Let's go. Where's Keith Bell files? Where's Keith Bell files? All right. Keith Bell. I was wondering why Keith Bell was so eager to respond. He was so eager to respond to that Paradise Island situation. He jumped. And by the next day, that night, maybe, Keith Bell already had a whole response. And as the Minister of Immigration, he himself was responding to that. Why? Well, we about to find out. Remember PI, everyone? Remember how Keith Bell responded so quickly? Oh. Well, let Keith Bell come answer some questions. Keith Bell, what's happening here? Keith Bell, what is this? Keith Bell, what happens in this? I don't know what color that is. That's kind of what color is that? Kind of a, no, not tan. I don't know what color that is. I can't tell. Not the yellow, the one next to the yellow. What's happening there, Keith Bell? What happens in there? Keith Bell, you need to explain to me what happens there. The reason you need to explain to me what happens there, let me show you a little video so you get a little better view. So ignore the restaurant. They got good Haitian food in the restaurant, right? Like, ignore them. What is it? What this man doing then? What's that in his hand? That's what inquiring minds want to know. That's what I want to know. I want to know what happens here. Okay, we got some more pictures. Some of them missing. All right, let me grab some more pictures because maybe this will help Keith Bell out. Because maybe he don't know. So let me help him know what the answer. Because he ain't answer yet. I hope you all entire Keith Bell. Because he need the answer. Keith Bell, we need some answers, please. All right. What happens in this building right here? Let me give you another angle at the building so we get the yellow part out of it. Just waiting for it to upload. Right. Okay, good. Here it is. See how they have the little chairs outside where you come and sit down? You see that right there? The chairs, you come and sit down as you're waiting. And the man out there sitting down waiting. Just some kind of office. Keith Bell, explain to us what happens at 11A Bow Street off of Finlayson Street. This man sitting down here with his documents, waiting to get inside. Because he next. Keith Bell, tell me what this man we've been informed by persons in the area that is the office of Miss Charlene Adele. That's what we've been informed. That's the office of Miss Charlene Adele. And they said that Miss Charlene Adele helps people with paperwork. I don't know if that's good, bad, legal, illegal. I don't know what it is. They say she helps people, not people, Asian people. She's a Bahamian of Asian descent. She makes a lot of money. They say that's a restaurant next door too, but I'm ignoring that. That's a yellow. You're nothing wrong there. But we have questions about what's going on here. And you know, we behave kind of like God in the Garden of Eden when we ask questions. It's because we already know the answer. Adam, where art thou? We know you're in the bush. Keith Bell, where art thou? Where art thou? And so this is the office of Charlene Adele. All right. I'm not saying that's a good thing or bad thing or nothing about it. That's Officer Charlene Adele. We let Keith Bell explain, and then we come back and punch him square in his mouth politically and spiritually. And so Charlene Adele operates from there. And now we need Keith Bell to know that we know Charlene Adele and we know our connection to you because she says she deals directly with you. So we need to know if what is said is true, is that she deals directly with you, Keith Bell. We need to know that. And we need to know what she's doing with you, Keith Bell. You see, we have a country to save, and we're not going to allow y'all to destroy our country. You must answer to us, Keith Bell. All right? Charlene Adele. You know, there's a lovely house, Opulent Drive. Opulent Drive. Keith Bell, you know I know what I'm talking about. There's a lovely house in Opulent Drive. That's up there off Carmichael Road. You all remember Opulent Drive is the road off Carmichael Road that leads to where? The shanty town where Miss Curry's property was. Ooh. Remember, the police came and stopped that. Well, let's get to the bottom of this Scooby-Doo mystery. Hopefully they didn't knock me off Facebook yet. You remember the Paradise Island situation that we uncovered, and we wanted to assist those Bahamians who the house belongs to. But of course, there was a drug dealer who attempted to buy that house. His name was Jay. He got killed in Haiti. He was a Haitian drug dealer, and they were doing certain things. The Haitian drug dealer was doing certain things at those houses, using the house for safe house, drugs, money, all this kind of stuff. On my system, I freeze. So I don't know if I'm still on there. Let me just look on Facebook quickly, because on my system, my entire system, and they ain't supposed to be able to get me no more. Let me see if we still on there. Okay. Man, we freeze on Facebook too? Man, what kind of thing is this? They said we can hear you. Y'all see how Keith Bell them come for me? All right, let's see if I can go to a different camera. Let me get off that camera, which is on their system, and go on a camera, which is not on their system. I'm sorry, I have to operate from a different camera now. I'll see if y'all can see me now. So keep talking. YouTube can hear you. Facebook is good. You're still on. Said you're frozen. All right. Am I unfrozen now? Let's give it a sec. Someone says you ain't freeze. All right. All right. We got about 1,500 people watching this through all of our networks. So y'all make sure y'all get this out there. Get this out there. All right. Good. So, all right. That camera was on the regular system. Now we're on a different system that they can't have access to and they can't control. All right. So maybe the issues will stop. All right. Now, so we're going to go to this other camera. Good. So where were we? Remember Paradise Island? We were trying to get that place back for Bahamians who own it because this drug dealer named Jay was trying to buy it, and he died before he could finish paying for it. I won't go into all that story. You know who's involved, was involved. I've already dealt with that. All right. Jay, the drug dealer. You notice how quickly Keith Bell came and responded? Well, Charlene Adele, whose office is right there that I showed you, and they say that she works with Keith Bell. Nothing wrong with working with Keith Bell, but they say she works with Keith Bell. Charlene Adele is married to Jay's brother. Jay, the drug dealer, she's married to Jay's brother. Starting to see the connections. Jay's brother lives between the Bahamas and Haiti. He goes back and forth to do stuff. All right? And so Charlene is there. She also goes back and forth, but her connection is Keith Bell. All right? So Charlene is married to Jay's brother. Charlene that works with Keith. And all of a sudden, when that thing happened on PI, Keith Bell jumped and was in the news swearing all kind of stuff that didn't make sense to us. One, he was swearing, oh, those people, they are paper straight. First he said they're paper straight, remember that? And then he came back by the end of the interview and he said, they've applied. You can't apply while you're in the Bahamas. You see? You see how the web? So now when you look at what's going on, Charlene does have a house in Upland Drive. All right? Nice house, really nice house. I mean, good. Anyone should have a nice house. Nothing wrong with having a nice house. But the house has a house in the back of it. It's a house in the front, but you have to look good to see that it is a house in the back of the house. I'm trying to pull up that one without really showing you a house. Right? Right. So you see the barbed wire and all that kind of stuff. This is Upland Drive, the main road. I can pull this up on. So this house in the front is the house that you see from the front. But in the back, there's another house. There's two houses in one yard. In the back is another house. So the question would be now, and these are just questions. You can't insinuate anything. Why do these people who deal with helping Haitian immigrants in different ways, why they have a house in the back of their house? Is this a safe house? What happens in this house? Is this a house for their children? So let's say they have a lot of children and they want to keep the extra children in the house in the back. Maybe that's a house for their child. Or is something else going on in this house in the back of the house? And why are you covering this up with this green tarp? But it's on Upland Drive, y'all. So you have to really look good to really see that. And it might all be innocent, you know. Might be nothing wrong here. That's the front view. So if you just, oh, that's a different house. That's a different one. I'm coming to that in a minute. So it might be nothing wrong. It's a nice house, you know, nice house. Yeah, that's the front view. But when you look at the back, there's a house behind a house. And you know what house in this neighborhood like that? There's a house behind the house. You see it? And again, it might be innocent. I mean, all of us build houses be right behind houses. I mean, everyone does that. That's not a big deal. Especially persons who deal with, you know, getting issued with their papers and stuff. All right? And there's a lot of parties that go on at that house. A lot of parties, and Brave Davis attends some of these parties. Wow. Brave Davis attends parties at that house. Yep, you Brave. Regularly. All right? So that's Opulent Drive. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Google Earth. Just connecting the dots here because, you know, we're Bahamians. We got to look out for what's happening in our country. We got to make sure everything is copacetic. And everything might be copacetic. I mean, that looks pretty legit to me, right? Look legit to you? Come on, that's legit. All right. So I'll show you Upland Drive. Let me see how I can direct you here. I'm so you know. All right, good. All right, this is our investigations I've uncovered. Let me share the screen so y'all can see this. All right, so let me share the screen so we can connect the dots. Okay, here's my screen. And so this right here is Bacardi Road Park. All right, so you can see my mouse. This is Bacardi Road here, Bacardi Road. And this Bacardi Road here. I'm sure you can see my mouse. And this Bacardi Park. So this will give you the idea where you are. Upland Drive is past that. We're heading west. See, driving west. Driving west, Upland Drive, all the way back here, and boom, this is Upland Drive right here. There's a big yellow sign here. And then when you go to the corner, here's some houses, regular houses, nice houses through there. Good little neighborhood they put together. I'm proud of them. All right, so here's the houses through there. But this one particular house, see there? There's a house and a whole house behind the house. It's hidden right behind the house. So this is the house. And this is a house. Now you know you can't build straight to your boundary. But this one, look, it might be, but this one look like this straight to the boundary. Let's go straight to the bush here. So I don't know, it might not be, but this look like this to the boundary. All right. So I don't know how, let me see. I don't know how, where's the measuring tool? All right. I don't know how big this property actually is, but this right here, they built a house in the back of the house. Now, watch this. Watch this. So this is Upland Drive, and remember I drove you out back here before? Me and Miss Curry parked there before when she showed us that right on the other side of this was our property, but then we drove around to get to it. All right, so this right here is the end of Upland Drive. So all these is nice, good houses, nice area, but I want to show you something. Right in the back of that house, behind the house, is a clearing on a track road that will get you here. See, this is the main road. This is a tar road. Behind here, it's a clearing and a track road. All this leads. The trees over here, but this leads over here. You see here? Right behind the house is a clearing and track road that leads over here. It's just investigation. There might be nothing to what we're saying. All right? So don't take nothing from what we're saying, but just you come to your conclusion. All right? Look. And this track road goes in the back here. You see? In the back here, which leads to these are shanty town. Look, see, just cut the track road cut here. Shanty houses, shanty houses, shanty houses. Look. And this now is the property of Miss Curry. Look, this is the property of Miss Curry. Right here. All of this. So that leads in the back here, and this Miss Curry property. See, all this. All this. You have about 5 acres. Right? Look at it, all this. Now watch how much houses on here. Look. Remember this is where we went? This is where we went. That's right around here is where what's his name? He grabbed me and took us and led us back out here, right here. This is where this right here is the church, where they build the church in the front there. Right, this is here. Look at how much houses here. Each one of these, y'all seeing, is a house. You see? Each one of these is a house. All these houses. All you can see is houses. Look, houses. All these houses. All these houses. See, all in the back here, houses. We didn't even go back here. We was on this road and we stopped to these houses. But this house in the back here too. See, houses. Look, see, more houses in the back here. We didn't even get to walk in the back here. Houses. All on the woman property. Houses. See that? See that? Look how we have this huge coincidence. The house in the back of the house, the track road leads all the way here. I know it seems like bush, but that's a track road. It's just that from up top, it looks because the tree covering the track. So that's the same like where we walked here. There's a clear track road, but see the tree over here? Yeah, but that's a clear track road. All this, we walked all in here, but see trees over covering some of it. So track road leads all the way from the house, behind the house. The track road leads all the way from the house, behind the house, all the way to the shanty town in Miss Curry yard. You see? And what happened? We went there to get rid of that, and someone in the government told the police, go get them from around there. Just how someone went on Paradise Island. And told them, listen, y'all hang out here and y'all sit on whatever, y'all need to sit on here. We got y'all. And the woman said, we got the special police we were told to call if anyone ever messed with us. Y'all heard the woman say that. Y'all watched the Paradise Island live and y'all heard the woman out her own mouth say, we got a special police we must call and they'll come and deal with him. Remember that? Remember that? She said they got a special police that they call and he'll come and deal with whoever messed with them. But notice how on this Curry yard, they called and the police came and dealt with Curry instead of dealing with the situation. Bahamians, y'all wake yet? Your country is being taken right from under y'all. Wake up! Wake up! Before it's too late. Wake up. Y'all better wake up. I go open the phone lines on that. I have some other stuff to talk about because I want to talk to Leroy Major now. Yeah, that's the MP. What is he? Southern Shores? Someone tag Leroy Major so we can ask him some questions, please. Leroy Major. Someone tag Leroy Major. We can ask him some questions next. You see, because if Pinta them was serious, it would have been them. It would have been them doing these investments. You have access to all. The phone number tonight is different. It's 803-5995. 803-5995 is the phone number tonight. 803-5995. 803-5995. Let's put that on the screen. 803-5995. That's the phone number to call tonight. You can call in starting now. 803-5995. Call, let's talk. How y'all feel about this stuff? All right, you're starting to connect the dots. It's starting to make sense. You see, the problem is we don't have a Freedom of Information Act. So we don't really know what's going on. So you leave us to assume things. And so they leave it so they can hide stuff. We need to call Keith Bell, 803-5995. The number is on the screen. What you think about what you're seeing? All right, and I can show you some more in a minute. Good afternoon, you're live.
How are you, sir?
I am awesome. How are you doing?
I'm good. Listen, I am tired and sick and tired. Every show, I listened to Steve's show today on Hard Copy, and listen, everybody say it and they shouting. Listen, ring the bell. What we gonna do? Yeah, we awake. Trust and believe me when I say the hangings are awake. We want to know, what do we do now? I am ready. Anything. Tell me where I need to be. Tell me what I need to do. I am ready for this fight. Enough is enough.
Yes. Yes, the fight is coming. We call in a rally in short. We call in a rally in short order. We want to get everyone to come out to the rally. We're going to inform you. We're going to talk to you. You can see some of our other people. Some of our other people are going to come out of their shell. So you're going to see who is who and what is what. Just a few of them, we can step them forward, and we're gonna start the movement to take this country back, because that's what we have to do. Complaining to the criminals. I mean, complaining to the fellow who have the gun to your head and robbing you about what he doing. I don't know how much sense that makes. The politicians are the ones robbing and raping us. That's like telling a rapist, stop. You think he's gonna stop because you said stop? No, they have been raping us all this time. And we've been doing nothing and saying nothing, and that's why they continue to do it. We have to take this country over. We have to take this from those evil people who have been raping and robbing us. There is no other solution. None.
I'm ready.
Thank you so much. I am ready too.
Close down the airport, close down Thomas Island, close down Bay Street. Listen to him, get yourself together. I am ready for this fight. Borders, rock, whatever it takes. Let's get it done.
Yes.
Enough is enough.
Yes.
Is over.
Enough is enough. All right. And so thank you for your call. 803-5995 is a number. Someone said they mess with the live. Of course, this kind of live, this terrifies them. All right. This terrifies them. Good afternoon, you're live. Good afternoon, you're live.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes.
You're doing a good job with exposing these people and stuff, right?
Yes.
I have a question. It's something I want to ask you. All right. I noticed you guys doing the dollar drives in Nassau, right?
Yes.
Is that one choice? Like, I could get a few people and then go and do that and send money to you all? Or have to talk to you and get permission for that?
I would advise you'll have to get our permission to do it, because you can't go there in our name and just do it. We don't know who you are. People are afraid of that. But at any point, you can join our dollar drives on the Saturdays. You can call the office number and you can find out when we're going.
That's for Abaco.
Oh, this for Abaco.
We ain't doing nothing in Abaco. I feel like I'm being too still with the movement. And
yes.
Everybody always asking me what we can do. And I
get in touch with the chairman. She's from Abaco, and you can organize with persons, our team down there, and we can get that started. All right. So get in touch with the chairman. of the organization, Ms. Charlotte Green, 577-4158, or just call the office number, 804-4264, and then you'll be able to get in touch with one of them and get it organized. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate it. All right. And so, fellow waiting out there with his papers. All right. And so, 803-5995 is the number. Someone said they did a dollar drive in Grand Bahama too. Yes, they did. They did very well. Thank you so much to all of you who are supporting the movement. This movement is moving, and we're getting it done. All right. No excuses. We're getting it done. All right. So, yeah. So I have another question. People in the Misty Gardens area, I have some questions about some activities that's going on there that they want to ask Leroy Major. And they say some activities going on behind Leroy Major house and on his farm. All right. That's what they say is his house and his farm. So Leroy Major can confirm or unconfirm. All right. We need to know exactly what the situation is going on there. All right. Let me see what's happening there. Okay. Right here is a gate that leads to a little small farm in the back there. Look like they farming with it. Also look like they ain't farming. I don't know what's going on in the back there. There's some trailers there, and like a lot of Haitians come to the trailer and they buy in or receiving stuff. And the people in Misty Gardens are saying this Leroy Major property. All right, we need to know what's happening here. Okay, and so the people of Misty Gardens want to know what's happening here. Because when you do a close-up, when you drive into this area, okay, phone ring, let me answer the phone and I can show you all what's happening there. Good evening, you're live. Okay, we lost him. They hung up. All right. What's happening there is that you have some trailers parked in there. Let me show you some of the trailers. Let's go. So we drove in. A person was in this trailer, is laying down, like they was guarding something. Like they was literally guarding this. They was literally laying in that trailer guarding. So some stuff is in there, right? Let me do another one. Yeah, close up. Some stuff is in there, and there's actually a person laying there. You can't see them through this, right? But some stuff is in there, and the person is laying right there. And there's all kind of stuff going on in there. It's cold. It's just the cold where they still destroying our forest, and the cold sitting down there between the two trailers. See the cold? What's happening there? So it look like either they receiving stuff. I just asked some questions I want Leroy have a chance to answer first before we deal with them. Either this trailer is taking stuff out to go to Haiti or they're receiving stuff from Haiti, but this is bags of coal. And look like these are going there. But people were actually receiving stuff here too. So what's going on, Leroy Major? You could just help us and just answer this so we could just, don't have to waste all this time with these questions. All right? Because when you go to the back of this property, it leads to, so I get it up there for y'all. The picture won't show. Who's messing with our life? I'm trying to show the picture, but the picture won't show. Don't worry, we keep trying. We're resilient. This is the back. When you drive straight to the back of the road I show you and pass the trailers, you'll come to this, and this comes to the back of a house. That's a house right there, and there's a pool in there. See the nice pool right there behind the basketball court? And they're saying this may be Leroy Major house, I don't know. And it leads to right where that thing is. And this is the front of the house. So I don't know, y'all can tell me if this Leroy Major house or someone else's house, but this leads to where all that activity is going on with all those Haitian nationals who are coming there on Friday and Saturday. And so here's some of the pictures other persons took. See there? All kind of activities going on. Sorry, missed your call. Wrong picture. All right, all kind of activities going on. So, see cars, see this truck full of stuff right here. It's a truck full of stuff. There's only Haitian nationals coming there. What's all this? Is this, what is this? We don't know what this stuff is. And so the neighbors have been concerns about why all this harboring these people and all this funny stuff going on. What's with the coal and all this stuff that's happening there? They're very concerned about what's happening. So we need Leroy Major to answer this question. I thought that was a bale of cocaine just now. And they saying that this Leroy Major is Leroy Major farm where it's happening. Keep turning around. I was the phone lines. Good evening, you're live.
Hey, what's happening?
I'm right here, man.
All right, listen, I'm calling from the Lutra.
What's up?
Everything. I'm telling you, man, we hold numbers is like only 3 billion and the rest is just immigrants.
Wow.
I don't know what they're doing or whatever, but the way forward is strong.
Wow.
We got to do something.
Yeah. We got to fight.
This ain't no little fight either.
Yeah.
It's not a little fight.
It's a small fight if we come together.
Yeah, well, that's true.
We got home court advantage.
And we can do it. We can do it.
Yeah, we got home court advantage. Now the coach and team seem to be working with the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government seem to be working with the other team. But we can win this, with or without the coach. And then guess what we can do? We can fire them.
Yeah, we ain't worried about that. They have their time. They finished.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
ain't worried about that.
Thanks for your call and look out for us. We come to Lucha soon, all right?
Yeah, we waiting on you.
All right.
All right.
So we coming to Lucha soon. We gotta get this place in order, man, and we gotta spread the message. All right. This is what's going on in our country right now, behind all of your backs. You're in trouble. You know, something disgusted me. 2 things disgusted me, and I'm going to touch on them now while we're in the middle of talking about this. 2 things disgusted me that I saw over the last couple of days. One was Frankie Wilson was out there talking to the media. I don't know why these people still talking to him. People like him and Leslie Miller, these people, I don't understand why we still having conversations with them after they've raped and robbed this country for so long. But I mean, they could have the gall to come out there and speak. So the biggest land swiper in Bahamian ministry is now talking about a land registry. And he's now talking against the Quiet and Titles Act. Y'all listen to Franklin Wilson, who made a full living robbing the Bahamian people with our own land. Y'all listen to Franklin Wilson. No, don't listen to him. Hear him.
My hope and my prayer is that that we will have land registration in my lifetime.
Do you think such a, concept, they're going to move it more along, after all this initial noise that's going on with the regular housing settles? I know there's been the issue with
It's not so much now about conversation going on. You're talking about the Shanty Towns matter.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's hope that whatever it takes to contribute to the acceleration of land registration, let's thank God for that. The first problem with land policy is just proving to people you own it and protecting your ownership of the land, because people stealing it. There's something been on our books called the Quieting of Land Act. There's a licensed thief.
I would like to take
Oh my God. Let me take my seat again. Oh my God. Just try to get another device up there so we could get a different shot of it. Oh, we're so sorry you couldn't hear us just now. Okay, let's see if we can get this straight for you. Jesus. So sorry about that. We were trying to get that. Okay, hold on one sec again.
My hope and my prayer is that we will have land registration in my lifetime.
Do you think such a, I guess, concept, they're going to move it more along, I guess, after all this initial noise that's going on with the regular housing settles? I know there's been the issue with
It's not so much now about conversation going on. You're talking about the Shanty Towns matter.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's hope that whatever it takes to contribute to the acceleration of land registration, let's thank God for that. The first problem with land policy is just proving to people you own it and protecting your ownership of the land because people stealing it. There's something been on our books called the Quieting of Land Act as a license to thief.
I would like take.
So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, we're having feedback. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, we can't do that. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from the biggest land thief in Bahamian history. All right. And I call him that because, you know, there were cases where they've been fighting people for land all this time. And that's just my opinion. When I say that, you know, in Eleuthera, you know, they were trying to steal some land. I say that, you know, loosely. They're trying to steal some land. And Bismarck Coakley, who was one of the partners of Sunshine Boys, his own wife had to stand up against him. His own wife said, listen, y'all don't own this land. You know you don't own this land. What y'all doing is wrong, and I'm standing up against y'all. All right? And she stood up, and she fought them, even in the courts, and won. You know, and it was a very brave thing for her to do because these people, they go after you viciously. They fight you. They attack you. They try to get you shut down in every way possible. That's how vicious they are. And she fought them and she won. And so, of course, she's his ex-wife now. But that's a reality. All right. She happened to have been one of my teachers. So I know what I'm talking about. And, you know, they've been doing this all over the Bahamas. And so how is it now that he was in the PLP from the beginning? I think he was the youngest MP at the time until Finland cut him down. How come the PLP didn't remove the Removable Properties Act? Not the Removable Properties, the Quieting Titles Act, as you call it, the Quieting Land Act. It's not what it's named, the Quieting Titles Act. How is it that the PLP didn't remove the Quieting Titles Act that the UBB put in place to steal land? If you say the UBB put in place to steal land, why y'all never move it The PLP been there 25 years. The F&M came in another 10 years. They didn't remove it. The PLP came back. The F&M came back. The PLP back again, and no one moved it. But all of y'all used it. Now you want to talk about the Quiet Entitles Act is to thief land? You are PLP. You're one of their biggest financiers. You have influence. You could have told them, listen, I'm not raising no more money unless you all get rid of this particular act. It's wrong. You could have spoken out against it. Where you going now? After you're almost dead and half senile. Talking about the Movable Properties Act that all of you benefited from. Bahamas, stop letting these fellas who made their billions of dollars raping and robbing y'all. My mother was a victim of Pinewood Gardens. Many persons were victims of Pinewood Gardens. Y'all see they fixed that problem yet? They knew what they were doing. When you see, that same Franklin Wilson broke down a church and 10 homes in Pinewood. You know who those who fought them and stopped them? Me, Lincoln Bain. Don't forget, I fought them and stopped them. They attacked me viciously. Coincidentally, at that time, my business burned down as I was fighting them. And then they started trying to bring up all kinds of stuff and slander me. They fight nasty. At that point in my life, I was tired fighting. It's almost like there's no one out there in many instances to fight with you. And you put yourself out there, you fight the battles, you lose your business, you lose money. People are merciless because they'll go after you. And people don't care. Like, yeah, you're so stupid, you fighting for them people, but who could fight for them? Who could do what's right against these people? These uncircumcised Philistines like Frankie Wilson. I was at my aunt's funeral, and a woman called me and said, Mr. Bean, Frankie Wilson just came and broke down my house. Just how they broke down the church. I was like, well, did they have a court order? No, they never even come to us and tell us they own nothing. She said Keith Bell came to them one time as they was finishing building their home and made them and told them, well, we won't buy this house because we won't put a road through here in this area. And they said, no, we're not selling. And they said, Keith Bell told them, man, listen, we could give you a certain amount of money. It was must be $107,000. They had built a two-story house with an apartment onto it, and there's a big piece of property. That probably was half an acre or a little more. And they told him no. Next thing they know, now I'm saying Keith Bell do it or who do it, but I know I walk home to it. Next thing you know, they was going to work. The two of them leave. They went in the car together, went to work. And a tractor came while they left and broke down their house. Just broke it down. No mercy. They didn't check to see if a child was in there, if the maid was in there, if a little dog was in there. They didn't check. They just come and break it down. And they called me, and I came the next day. And I saw the little children toothbrush and the little children toys in the rubble. And I couldn't walk away. They said, they called the media, and the media said they ain't coming. They ain't come. Some say they coming, and they ain't never come. When I called them, they came. So I was on the radio, they knew I was going to expose them anyway. We held the protest. We fought against them viciously. We fought. And they were not able to break down not one more home. These people have raped and robbed you. They've taken away your dignity. They've made you pay all your life for a shabby home while they ran away with billions and they lived behind the gates and on the Eastern Road and out west while you had nothing. And they made you walk up and down in the hot sun with yellow t-shirt on, campaigning for them. Because apparently you didn't know no better. Y'all better wake up. 803-5995. The phone line's still open if you want to talk. I fought those nasty hogs. I've been fighting them for the last 20 years. And so they've destroyed some of my businesses. But no matter what they do to me, I always bounce back, and they always shock. Like, how did he get back? What's going on? How does he do this? It ain't me. When you know you're doing what is right, God will always look out for you. And they've never been able to do anything with me because I was doing what was right and what is just, to stand up for those people. Y'all, let's stand up and stand together as a people, and let's be the change that we want to see. The last thing I want to show you and talk to you about, I don't want y'all to get distracted with this stuff, but I want to show you this sick agenda that is out there. There's an agenda. Now all we got to do, don't pay them no mind. Don't let them use this to distract you from the conversation. But this is Guardian Radio. Any wrong agenda, anything that you should not follow, the Guardian will be pushing it. The wrong stance on illegal immigration, watch the Guardian, you'll hear the wrong stance. The wrong stance on anything out there, watch the Guardian, listen to the Guardian, you will see it. So now they're talking about this transgender, nonsense. We ain't even wasting time with that because that is not coming here. We're not entertaining that. And we're not going to let that distract us from our natural resources. This is White, who's on the morning show, always with the wrong perspective on everything. Watch how they talk to you and make you feel like you are stupid. They talk down to you. Remember when Warren McCartney would do that? He would insult and talk down to you and insult you and mash you down because your opinion differed from his. They would talk down to you, make you feel like you're stupid for thinking the way that you think. They're still doing it. Watch this Dwight fella.
Last night.
No, I'm so sorry. That was not me.
Oh, that was in your way.
Oh, wow.
Well, you sound like the lady who was there last night, but it was a great show on there.
Okay, well, we don't talk about them. But anyway,
but make sure bring it up, Dwight.
Bring up what?
Anyhow, the situation they wanted to bring up, this transsexual education to the school.
Why?
No, it's a hot topic. I didn't know you mentioned it.
It's a stupid topic. Very stupid
but we
topic.
We must protect our children.
Who's protecting? What protect them from what?
Anyhow, you just bring it on. Just find out.
No, we're not going to do that because it doesn't make sense. One comment was made, and education is not indoctrination. So everybody around here needs to grow up, for God's sake. The people have been teaching you all about vegetables for years, and very rarely do many of you eat them. So let's not be stupid. Let's take a break. We'll be back. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
The only reason I played that demonic thing is that he is saying that you're stupid for having that opinion, that you don't want your kids to be taught something, that you're stupid. Do you hear how he talked down to us Bahamians? They're pushing an agenda, you all better wake up. I won't even elaborate on that. But if you keep listening to them, it's on you. They're pushing an agenda. Wake up. Wake up. All right? And so that's what I want to that's what I wanted to cover for the day. We still got some Indians and Europeans who taking over that we want to show you some stuff. These Europeans who go in and just taking land, taking buildings, taking houses, doing whatever they want to do, and they got crooked politicians, crooked police, etc., assisting them with what they're doing. We're standing with some Bahamian families who are fighting against this. We're assisting them. We are on the front lines with them. We're showing up and fighting. We're with them. We're standing with them. We got, I mean, if you know what Bahamians are going through in this country, they treating us like nothing. We need a Bahamas is for Bahamians. A Bahamas is for Bahamians. Now, like I said, stay tuned. They're going to continue to attack me and Maria. They're going to try to find anything to lock me up with, mix me up with, etc., etc. But what I want you to watch out for is that they're trying to form other third parties. The system is trying to do that. So that because there's nothing they can do with us, and they see the popularity everywhere you go, white people, black people, even Chinese saying, but they're going to give COI a try. Bahamians are going to give COI a try. It's blowing their mind, the movement that's happening on the ground. This groundswell is happening on the ground level. It's happening on the ground level, and they can't imagine that this is happening. But it is. And it's happening because of you. And so someone says you got to do your lives a little shorter, right? Because people can't watch for 3 hours. We're going to go shorter today. But my job is to give you the full meal. And you take the pieces from it and you share it out. But my job is to bake all the food, cook all the food, put it there on the display, and you go and take the pieces and share it out to your family. This will be where you can come and ask your question. All right? This is where you can come and say what you have to say. And you can let your family members listen. And so I'm going to end this early tonight. And we're not going to go live on Sunday because of the day that it is. So I'll see you again next week, Tuesday, unless something really serious happens. But I'm not going to. We are undergoing persecution right now. We're trying to arrange a rally. We applied for April 10th. What is that? That's August. That's Easter Monday. We applied for Easter Monday. Nothing. The government told us that none of the public parks are available for us to use. None. In the whole country. Because I had to jump in the plane and go and just stop the rally if I had to. Because we just need to have a rally. The government said none available. That was their response to us. None available. This is how petty this government is. I don't want you to think for 1 second that we are not at constant war, and I want you to keep us in your prayers. After election, we tried to open a bank account, and it took us almost a year to get that bank account open. Almost a year. That's how they persecuted us. I tried to open a bank account to do a business, and the bank told me no. Politically exposed. No. The bank literally told me no. Bank Bahamas. No. We ain't let you open no bank account to do business. Go keep your money in your closet, I guess they try to say. Go keep your money under the mattress. This is the kind of victimization that we are going through as an organization as we fight for the Bahamian people. We're on the front lines, taking the bullets for you. There's stuff happening that y'all won't even hear about. We don't talk about all this stuff. But we're taking the bullets because we are fighting for a new Bahamas for Bahamians where we can benefit. Man, they've been doing us too bad for all these years, man. This can't continue. It's time for us to rise up, man. We are royalty. Who told you that you are nothing? I get so sad when I see Bahamians have to be quiet and hush and hide. You know, they can't stand up. They're getting victimized on their jobs. When they go live again, I'm going to tell you about the director of labor and what he did to someone working in their office. I heard from their family members in the U.S. The director of labor did to them for no reason. Transfer them. They are a big official, a senior official, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. I'm going to break that down for you. I also wanted to just touch on this before I go. There's a letter the government sent out about, say, minor daily and monthly payments to be addressed by end of the day tomorrow. All right, and why is it that the public servants aren't getting paid? Delay in public service? Well, listen, they talk about this, but I don't want to deal with that, right? They're going to get paid, all right? All of the school workers, the janitorial staff in Grand Bahama are owed for the year. They are saying that they haven't been paid for the year. It's Grand Bahama. It's the workers, man. COVID still out there. These people cleaning up. So they trying to talk about this little thing what they had. No, let's talk about Grand Bahama. So why the public servants' pay was messed with, and then Grand Bahama didn't get paid for the year? The whole year? People getting evicted? The government don't care? While you're traveling up and sending pictures, eating caviar and steak, and flying first class and partying, carrying your wife around the world, and Bahamians right here can't pay their bills after they didn't work. Plus, before you cut their pay, you cut them down to 4 hours workday instead of 8 hours. This is how sick this government is. Nice my foot. How you all can do that to the poor people, man? Baby, you all better stand up. These fellas born and they living their best life. Their check don't be late not once. You all wake up, man. You all can keep putting up with this. And them Grand Bahama people, no one was saying nothing because they don't want to lose the little piece of job they got. No, man. No, man. Bahamians, we got one more shot at this, and then it's over. If we don't come together for this election, if we let them fool you, if you let them try to throw some charges on me to try to vilify me and try to distract you and discourage you, if you let that happen, this country is going to be over. We got people selling us out to the highest bidder, chess scooper, everything. They shaking hands, making deals, just selling out. All our country gone, gone, gone. And they think it's a good thing. They talking about tourism. The idiots wouldn't think to go into the tourism industry. Idiots running this country. Corrupt idiots. Chester, all this money we making, because if we get more tourists, we should get more tax per head. Because we get paid per head, whether they come off the ship or not. Y'all didn't think yet to buy one ship and then use the profits from that to buy 2 ships, and then use the profits from that to buy 4 ships, and then use the profits from that to get 8 ships, and then 16 ships, and then 32 ships, and 64 ships, 128 ships. Y'all didn't think of that? All this money. Y'all, no way. No? Not one ship? You can't take $200 million and buy one ship? Not one? 200 million? Y'all could borrow that with your eyes closed. But y'all will borrow 200 million to pay off debt of 200 million to keep the debt going, but y'all wouldn't buy 200 million to make money? No. Y'all will borrow $4, $5, $6 billion like that. But y'all wouldn't take $1 billion and buy 5 ships? Or even 2 major ships? The biggest ship in the world costs $1 billion. The biggest ship in the world, Royal Caribbean, costs $1 billion. The biggest. Y'all can't take $1 billion and get the biggest ship in the world too? No? Y'all can't get one of the medium-sized ones for $200-300 million? No? And put us in the industry making money from it now? Come on, man. Bahamas, it's time for a change in our thinking. We have natural resources. It's being mined every day, 24 hours a day. We get $0 from it. Come on. And they telling you I'm selling dreams. We now, after they told you I was selling dreams for the carbon credits, now they decide to go into the carbon credits. And guess what we're getting from it? Nothing. It's giving it to FTX. Our things. Why we can't benefit from anything that belongs to us? Y'all stand with me as I stand for us. Let us make this happen. They're going to find any way to attack us, any way to hold us down, any business we try to do, they're going to attack it. Anywhere we are, where they can affect us, they're going to attack us. But let me tell you something, Mr. PLP and FNM. One day and one day soon, the rabbit will have the gun. And when Bugs Bunny got the gun, Elmer Fudd better run. So all I got to say to you, Mr. PLP, who's victimizing persons, victimizing their political opponents. What's up, Doc? We coming. There's a movement that has begun that y'all can't stop. Y'all might have silenced the media, but y'all can't silence us. Y'all can't keep our mouth shut. And we are talking to our friends and family all over this island. We are talking to our co-workers. We are talking to them. And we're going to convince them, and we won't shut up until they wake up. For every Bahamian watching this and listening to me, the house is on fire and you are awake. And it's your job to wake everyone else in the house. Don't complain that they had to wake up, that they just sleeping. Wake them up, shake them, talk to them every day. You must evangelize. It's time to wake up. It's time to give COI a try. Let's give COI a try. Let's do something different. Because what we've been doing ain't working out. 50 years. And we are worse today than we were back then. That's another life for next time. I can leave y'all with this video that talks about our Aragonite. And I got to keep repeating these kind of stuff, these conversations, because there are some people who never saw this. There's some people who never even saw our documentary. So what I'm going to do is on Sunday at 5 o'clock, instead of me going live, I'm going to have an automatic live. I'm going to let our first documentary play. I'm going to let the documentary play. Let me see. Y'all want me to play 2 hours. Our documentary is about 40 minutes each. Y'all want me to play 2 documentaries on Sunday, or y'all want me to play Vision 2025? Let me do a little poll. Y'all talk to me. Y'all want me to play 2 of the documentaries on Sunday, or y'all want me to play Vision 2025? Because I didn't play the full thing for y'all last time. Vision 2025, because we're about to improve that to Vision 2030. But Vision 2025, or y'all want me to play, y'all want me to play 2 of the documentaries? Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Let me say Vision 2025. Vision 2025. 2025. Okay, Vision 2025. You do everything, go live, do out. Okay, Vision 2025. Okay, I see 1 documentary and a bunch of Vision 2025. Okay, 2 documentaries. That's 2 people saying documentary. Everyone's saying Vision 2025. All right, everyone's saying Vision 2025. All right. So let's just play both. All right. It looks like everyone wants Vision 2025. So, what I'm going to do is, Vision 2025 looks like it win. All right, I'm going to play a little snippet from the documentary now, just a short 10-minute snippet as I go. And Vision 2025. I'm going to play it on Sunday. It's going to play automatically, and I might sit here with it and talk you through it. I'll decide. But Vision 2025 is going to play. That live is going to happen. You're going to see it scheduled on my Facebook page. It's going to just automatically play. All right. So Vision 2025 it is. Y'all want to see it? We're going to play the full thing. The full Vision 2025 is going to play on Sunday. I played half of it before, but the full thing is going to play on Sunday. So be prepared for that. And so for right now, again, join the movement. You can go to our headquarters. They open every day from 10 to 5. I think they close on Monday. They open on the other days. They open on 10 to 5 every day. That's Tuesday to Friday. They open on 10 to 5. Join us. If you'd like to help us to go down the dollar drives, please join us. They're doing that. If you'd like to help us with the walkabouts, please join us in doing that. You can call the office, 804-4264. And they can get you hooked up and let you know what you need to do in order to assist us and be a part of what we're doing. All right. Make sure that you join in that, and make sure that we get this done, man. We're gonna win this. We're gonna win this. But we gotta spread the message of a new Bahamas. Every day, our natural resources is being used in this country. Every day, we put our aragonite, they spend huge money in facilities these days. What do you get into this? Nothing. You get for this? Nothing. All we gotta do is put that ready look at dirt food. That is so valuable right there. The world needs that. See? Some of the table tennis already know the rally pitch capital. We're pushing it back. We're pushing it back. So I guess we got a call coming in. We did this last call before we go. Good afternoon. You are live. Good afternoon. You're live. Good evening, you're live. Okay, we lost them. But this is Grandma. This is what's happening right now. Grandma. See? Look. Mountain. So make sure they know what's going on. Look at it. Remember, this is the same packaging that they had on their website. This is their product. And so this is at petbarn.com. Petbarn.com. And so this aragonite is what they use for fish aquariums around the world. This is a 9-kilogram bag. And so that is about 20 pounds, just under 20 pounds. So this is a 9-kilogram bag of aqua natural oolitic aragonite sand. Look at how much money they're getting for one 20-pound bag. $63 for one 20-pound bag. Let's do the math. And so if it's 9 kilograms, there's 1,000 kilograms in a metric ton. And so if you do the math, 1 metric ton that they paid $2 for
is on the market for up to $7,000 they're making off of that $2 metric ton. Surely this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Wow, this is mind-blowing. Of course, in other places, we found, like on Amazon.com, it sells for much cheaper. But this is the high end, and this is the end result. So we found this for much less, sometimes half of what we see here. So if it's half of the 7,000, then maybe it's about 3,000 that they can make from that metric ton. If it's a little less than that, maybe it's 2,000. There is no industry in the world that I can think of where that kind of profit can be made. This makes aragonite more valuable than gold, more valuable than diamonds. There's no other product in the world that you can pay $2 a metric ton for and sell for thousands of dollars. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7,000, there is no product where this is doable. And so this is a major industry. And this is why we say our aragonite is worth trillions. Okay, so let me put this in perspective for you. Right now, a barrel of crude oil is selling for about $41.68. Okay, and so there's about 42 gallons in a barrel. So that's roughly about $1.01 per gallon. So let's say $1 per gallon. And so that's the raw material. The street value to the gasoline pump is $2.19 per gallon. So they spend $1 on the crude oil, but the final product is $2.19. That's the street value. With aragonite, their cost of the material is $2 per ton. $2 per metric ton. And the street value is up to $7,000 per metric ton. To be fair, in most cases we found it at cheaper, but that is the ultimate price. In some cases we found it at $35 for the bag, and in some cases we found it at $18 per bag, even cheaper. But in any event, that is thousands of dollars per metric ton. You do the math. But this is not even the big story here. The big story is what is on the packaging. And we've been showing you the packaging all this time. But we really want to show you what's really on this packaging. And so we're going to zoom into this packaging and show you what you have not been seeing on this packaging. It's mind-blowing. Let's do a little close-up. Now, look at this packaging. Isn't that beautiful packaging? Look at the blue and the light blues and the cute little fishy. Look at Nemo. Nemo is playing around with our aragonite. But a closer look will show you what's really going on in the Bahamas. What the government is really hiding and pretending not to know. Wow, look at that. If you read carefully, a closer look will show you the truth. It says genuine marine aragonite from the Bahamas. Wow, they are actually advertising on their packaging, not just on their website, that this is genuine marine aragonite from the Bahamas. This is our aragonite. This is the aragonite that our government doesn't seem to know that it exists. Oh my God, it does exist. But wait, there's more. It says, ethically harvested under lease from the Bahamian government. Wow, they are putting that on the packaging. Can you imagine? Not just is it genuine marine aragonite from the Bahamas, they are also putting right on the front of the packaging that it is ethically harvested under lease from the Bahamian government. Right on the packaging. Wow. And so they are selling our sand and using our country's name to sell our sand. And our government is saying that they're going to have to do research and find out if there's a market out there, if there's any way to make money from this aragonite, because somehow we really don't know that there's a market out there. And we don't know that they're selling our aragonite right now. This is presently on the market, on Amazon, on Chewy.com, on PetBarn.com. This stuff is being sold all over the internet and on the ground right now and in pet stores all over America right now as we speak. Our aragonite. But wait, there's more. Turn over to the back of the product and then you'll actually see. And so on the back it says, Bahamian sand is raw, naturally renewable marine aragonite sand. And it is 98% pure calcium carbonate. In other words, we have the good stuff. And so to be honest, our products are all over the internet, all over. Here we find on Amazon.com. If you look carefully, you will see the same product. The Aqua Natural. You can see that it's selling for about $35. So at this price, that means that they're making $3,895, so $3,900 per metric ton. That's what they're making because it's $35 for a 20-pound bag. And so our products are all over the internet. And it's not just that stuff. It's so many different products. Look. There's sand. They're selling play sand. But look at the name of the play sand. Just look at the name. Baja Play Sand by Sandy Key. We've heard that name in the news recently. But we'll come back to that. Baja Play Sand. They're even using our name. Look at it. Oh, isn't that cute? Baja Play Sand. And it is selling for $21.19 per bag. And so at that price, that's about $2,450 per metric ton that they're making for this metric ton that they paid $2 for. And so again, look what it says on the back. It says it right there. Bahamian aragonite sand possesses numerous advantages, making it a superior play sand. So again, the Bahamas product is being sold as the superior product. It goes on. Bahamian aragonite is an ideal play sand material that is both safe for your child and environmentally friendly. It is pure aragonite sand, ethically and sustainably harvested from the crystal clear oceans of the Bahamas. This is phenomenal, and it is a phenomenal business, and it is definitely and clearly a business that can make lots and lots of money for the Bahamas and for the Bahamian people. And so what we need to know is, so who are the persons making money from the selling of our aragonite? And why is the Minister of Environment pretending not to know that there is already a vibrant industry? Why are they making it seem like they have to go and research to see if there can be a vibrant industry? Why weren't they telling us this? Why weren't they telling us that our sand is being sold all over the world right now and being packaged? Not just used for things like building and concrete and that kind of stuff, but being sold in beautiful little packages right now. And so what we want to do is find out who is behind all of this. Who is behind Calcium? And we see some very interesting players in the game. And we see some other connected companies connected apparently to players in this game. And so our search took us all the way to the good old state of Alabama. And so that's where we found the owners of Calcium, this company that is advertised on the internet, that has a big warehouse down there in Alabama. And we found who is behind this company. We wanted to know who these Alabamians were, who were benefiting from our sand and selling it all over the world and apparently making a lot of money. And so as we searched, we came up with their address, we found where they're located, and they're registered as a foreign limited liability company. That's interesting. You can see that they were registered in Delaware, and we can see that this particular company formed in 2014, all right, and it's owned by none other than Anthony Myers. That name looks familiar. He's definitely someone that does business in the Bahamas. We know that name. Anthony Myers. He's been in the aragonite business for many, many years. In fact, he's also one of the principals at Bahama Hot Mix, a very well-known company connected to Brent Simonet. Wow, and his brother, Craig Simonet. And so these are Bahamians. And so Brett Simonet is in government, so he knows about aragonite. He knows what's going on. This mining has been going on for a long time. We have seen Brent Simonet has been in the aggregate business for quite some time. We saw what they did to the hills just south of the East Street roundabout. They tore down all of those hills, sold the aggregate, and then they built a shopping center. Anthony Myers is behind this company. Wow. So the truth is, we found many companies that are dealing with aragonite from the Bahamas, and so it's strange to us to see that the government seems to not know that aragonite is really already a big business in the Bahamas. It's strange to us to see that they feel that they have to go and investigate this to see if it is a viable business when it is already a business that has been going on for quite some time. Why are they acting like they don't know about this? Like the young people say, they think they slick. This is documentation of another company, and this is CaCO3 Aragonite Products Inc. And this is another company that does aragonite. They're also known as, and here you can see their name, CaC Aragonite Products Inc. And they're also known as a different company, but first I'll show you what they do. They said that they registered in.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Sunday Vision 2025 as you have commanded. And we got more to reveal next Tuesday for you. This is the Easter holiday. Enjoy your holidays. We'll be back with you. See you on Sunday.
You know, a lot of people wonder how Dubai became a very big, famous, and rich city.
You see, if you're comparing with Nigeria, listen to this. Nigeria has oil before than Dubai. It's a history. They are more rich than us. They have agriculture, they have mining, they have everything. You name it, they have it. Am I right or wrong? When you have a true leadership, which we have nothing, but we have everything because we have the right leadership. That's the only thing you need, a right leader for your country, not corruption. That's what brings your country at the top. You don't need anything. We want water, we don't have agriculture, we don't have mining.
That's quite interesting.
And that's Sheikh Mohammed. Number one, he doesn't know number two, he needs only number one. He says, I don't know.
I don't know how you did this in 50 years. You look at history, who does this? Show me anybody else that has done this in 50 years. I'm waiting. Show them to me. This wasn't done by money. Money doesn't produce visions. Visions produce money. You've had leadership over here that were visionaries, great visionaries, and their vision was more about the people than the money, because you can't accomplish this in 50 years without loving your people first, because the people are the ones that's benefiting from this. Look at your health care, look at your road system, look at your highway system, look at your airports. Who does this in 50 years? But who benefits? You're going to care about those people. It's something to be learned about what's been done over here that could be duplicated in the world, because there's people with this much money. You just don't have people with this much love for their people.